Hey guys, and welcome back. This video is not going to be like my other concert vlogs because it could be that I forgot to film anything at the trip. For the people who don't know it, I went to 3 Louis concerts, which was in like a span of 1.5 weeks, and it was the most stressful time in my entire life. So I literally didn't vlog anything. So I thought I'm just gonna talk about the concert and what happened and which situations were funny and which was traumatizing, and just gonna put my concert footage I recorded with my phone in the video so you can see my view and just some concert stuff. If you saw my last video, I went to the Gracie show in Brussels. So Tessa and I took the Flixbus at 1:50 in Brussels to Antwerp, and we arrived in Antwerp at 3 a.m. and we wanted to chill at the central station because 2 of our friends, Nele and Laura, came to Antwerp as well, but like they arrived at 1 p.m. so we thought about what we're gonna do until then. Nothing is opened at 3 a.m. We're just gonna chill at the central station until the time is over. What we didn't know is that the central station has opening hours. Like, for real, which central station has opening hours? Like, I don't know any central stations where you cannot get in at any time except from the ones in Belgium. Like, we had the same problem in Brussels, but like people came to us and we were like, okay, you need to leave the central station now because it's closing. But it wasn't a problem because we wanted to go anyway because we needed to take the Flixbus. But it was kind of problematic because we arrived in Antwerp at 3 a.m. and we chilled in front of the central station till 4 a.m. Yeah, it's just 1 hour, but we were in another country. We had a lot of stuff with us. It was completely dark, and there were very scary people around us. So we were scared. We were scared for our lives. But at 4 a.m. the doors opened, so we went to the central station and we searched for nice place. I mean, it's a central station. There aren't a lot of nice places. Tessa and I had the arrangement that one of us is gonna sleep in the Flixbus and the other one is gonna sleep at the central station because we need one who needs to be awake so our stuff is not getting stolen or anything. So I slept in the Flixbus and Tessa fell asleep at the central station. I took some very cool photos. I don't know why it started. Since our Harry concert in Düsseldorf, I have the habit of taking photos when Tessa's asleep, and just like not when she's asleep normally because like I'm asleep as well, but when she's sleeping, when we're at concerts or in the queue or when we're on our way to somewhere, I have a lot of photos. Anyways, Tessa and I have a podcast. I don't know, I don't think I ever mentioned this on my YouTube channel, but Tessa and I have a podcast. So we recorded a podcast episode and we just waited until the time was over. We had the luck that the Starbucks at the central station opened at 5:30 or 6 a.m. So we went to Starbucks and we bought, Tessa bought a pumpkin spice latte, I think, and I bought a hot chocolate because it was so cold outside, and with no sleep you were freezing anyways. So it was a very good thing that we bought hot drinks. Yeah, so we just chilled at Starbucks, and then Tessa had the idea that we are going to the cinema and just like we're gonna watch a movie because we can sleep in the cinema, and we thought it was a good idea because if I remember it correctly, it was a Sunday, so nothing really had opened anyway. But we were like, yeah, we're not gonna chill at the cinema because we don't have a lot of money because we spent a lot of money for the trip, and we knew that we were gonna spend a lot of more money during the trip. So we were like, okay, we're gonna save the money. We're just gonna chill at the park until Nele and Laura are arriving in Antwerp. And then they were finally here.
Nummer 1 haben wir gefunden. Nummer 2.
And then we went to the campsite where we booked a place for us because we wanted to not spend that much money for the trip. So we were like, oh my god, let's just camp, it's gonna be fun. I need to say it was really fun because I never really camped. Like, I camped before, but like with my mom and her boyfriend, so like never just with friends. So it was so funny to camp with them on a fucking campsite. In October, we were so scared that it's gonna be very cold, but it was actually really warm in the night, so it was totally okay. We have a lot of footage of our camping visits, so here we go.
Fällt's auf alle da Oh, hallo.
Guck mal, krieg noch so mal alle.
So richtig. Du sitzt Lara als Toast.
The plan was that we were gonna go to the campsite and then just like calm down, get our stuff done, making bracelets, eat something, and then we wanted to go to the venue at the next day to look how's the situation, because on Twitter you didn't find anything about queuing in Antwerp. We were so scared that they started a queue already or something and you don't know anything about it. So we went to the venue and we found fans and they started a queue already. I cannot really remember which numbers we had, but it is an unnecessary detail, to be honest, because we queued at the venue with the other fans. A security girl came to us, or like not really a security girl, but like someone who's working at the Sport Party, and we thought that she's one of us because she had a Treat People with Kindness keychain on her thing. And we were like, oh my god, she's one of us. She let us stay here. She's saying that the queue is allowed. She was not really mean, but she was like, yeah, it's not allowed to queue, blah blah blah. But when she heard that Tessa, Laura, Nele and I are from Germany and not from Belgium, the completely mood switched. She judged us for being German. She was really nice to the fans who are from Belgium, but not to us. And she was like, she asked Nele and Laura how old they are, and we were like, technically it's none of her business how old we are because she's not the police or anything, so she doesn't have the permission to ask us that. And she asked Nele and Laura if their parents know that they're here, and we were like, yeah, we're just gonna chill in front of the venue 4 days or what it was before the venue in another country, and their parents don't know that. Like, it makes me so aggressive again, especially because she was like, yeah, shouldn't you be in school? But like in Germany we had holidays, so, and we explained to her that we went to another concert in Belgium, so we were like, okay, we're just gonna drive to Antwerp after the concert. But like she was not really nice to us, and then she was like, yeah, she's getting another one, and then she came back like a half hour later with a man, and he was like, he was not the security, but like he had more power in this stuff. He was not mean. He always said that he don't want to be the boo man, and that he isn't the bad man, that he just cares about our security and our health, and it's not healthy that we are staying in front of the venue in October and blah blah blah. I mean, I get it, but we tried to explain him that someone is gonna start a queue before it is allowed, because normally non-queuing is allowed at the Sport Palais, but they arranged queuing at 12 p.m. on the concert day, and we were like, not everyone is gonna respect that. Like, there are definitely gonna be people who are gonna queue before 12 p.m. and if we're saying people will arrive at 12 p.m, there are gonna be hundreds of fans running to the venue to be in the front row, and they were like, yeah, they're doing the job such a long time and it's none of our concern and we shouldn't worry about that. But we were like, we are worried about that. So the plan with queuing 4 days before the concert didn't work out, but like we just explored Antwerp, so it wasn't really that bad. And then we switched to an Airbnb.
Tessa, was hast du gesagt?
Wenn der Mann wüsste, was wir für ihn machen, ey. So ein Hurensohn, wirklich. Verdient er so gar nicht. Also dem, was der ist. Jesus.
Because we thought we're gonna rent an Airbnb one day before the concert and the day after the concert, or like from the concert day to the next day, so we can have a proper sleep before the concert and we can have a proper sleep after the concert. So we switched our home place at this time, but it was a disaster. Like literally, we were so glad to arrive at the Airbnb because it wasn't that long of a drive, but we were so glad to finally have a bed again, to finally have proper sleep again, to just have a real place to stay and not on a campsite. And we tried to get in the Airbnb, but it didn't work. And there was a pizza thing next to the Airbnb, and the owner came to us and was like, yeah, you want to get in? And we were like, yeah, of course we want to get in. And he told us that everyone who wants to get into the Airbnb has problems to get in. And we called the woman who owns the Airbnb 2 times and tried to explain her that we don't get in, and she always said that we didn't pay for the Airbnb, but we had the confirmation mail and we had a confirmation in the app where you could check your Airbnb that we paid the Airbnb. And anyways, at the end she kind of said that we were just too dumb to open the Airbnb, because like you need to picture it like this, like when this is the front door, there were like 6 or 7 boxes with the keys from the different Airbnbs, and we had a code in the app and in the confirmation mail, and we typed in the code in every box because we asked her which box we have, because we couldn't find which box we had, so like which Airbnb, and we tried to enter our code into every box, but none of the boxes opened, and we were like, what the fuck is going on? We were so scared that we were gonna be homeless for the next 2 days in another country. But we sent her a video, and after we sent her the video and she said multiple times that we are just too stupid to open the boxes, she said that we had box 5 or 6, and she sent us a new code because she had a type mistake in the confirmation mail and in the app, but we were too stupid to open the box. So we all took a shower, we ate something, and then we wanted to plan what we're gonna do about the concert day, because the venue said queuing before 12 p.m. is not allowed, but we knew that people are still gonna come earlier. We weren't sleeping very early, or like we tried to at least, and then we woke up at 4 a.m. so we can go to the venue at 6 a.m.
Geil!
We were so freaking tired, but we arrived at the venue, and there were, I don't know, 30 or 40 people already who started a new queue, and we were like, okay, it's starting like we said, but they got sent away. And at some point, every fan who arrived before 12 p.m. hit in the metro station, and you need to think about like 100 girls in a fucking metro station. And it was so funny because like you sat there with your group and you looked around at the metro station and you just saw other Louis fans. It got messy because like at 11 o'clock people started running up the metro station to the venue, so a really big panic attack started and everyone was running to the venue. But like at the top of the stairs, this one girl who came to us, who were kind of mean, said we cannot be here, we need to go down again. And I don't know, 20 minutes later the same thing happened again, and then the girls stand on top of the stairs and were like, you cannot go here. Then we went down the stairs, and then there were like a guy who worked at the metro station, and he told us that we cannot stay here. So every one of us were like confused or like overwhelmed where we should go now. And then we hit at the other entry of the metro station, and we were like, okay, we're just gonna wait here until 11:59, and then we're gonna go through the metro station again to the venue so we can be one of the first ones. But at 11:58 they started the queue and let the first people into the official queue, and we were like, you said that the queue is starting at 12 p.m. and like there were many people who really came on point at 12 p.m. I mean, I was not one of the people who listened to the rules, but like I thought it was so unfair to the people who listened to the rules, because like nothing to the people who were at the front row in Antwerp, but half of the people who were in the front row in Antwerp were the people who queued with us 5 days before the concert, or like 4 days or whatever it was. And we were like, okay, funsies, I guess. But yeah, we were finally in the queue. But I need to say, it was funny because like the 5 girls who sat behind us were all German, so we found our little German circle. But if you needed to go to the toilet, normally you have like Dixie toilets everywhere, so you can use the toilet. But we needed to use the toilets in the venue, but you can go alone to the venue, so you needed to go as a group. But like you couldn't decide as a group. Like it was not like one of the group needs to go to the toilet and they asked, hey, I need to go to the toilet, can you come with me? And everyone is going. The security cam was like, it's your turn now as a group. If you need to go to the toilet, go now with us. If you don't, just stay here. And we were in the queue from 12 to 5:30, 6 p.m. And we were allowed to go to the toilet 2 or 3 times. But the problem was, I had my period. 1 or 2 friends of mine had their periods. We were hundreds of girls, so a lot of more girls had their periods. And we went to the security and tried to explain him that we are having our periods, that we need to use the toilet more often. But he was like, yeah, do you still want to go to the concert? And we were like, yeah, of course. And he was like, yeah, then you need to respect my rules. And we were like, boy, we're having our fucking periods when we need to use the toilet, or in general, when you need to use the toilet, we need to use the toilet. You cannot forbid us that. But really, the security in the Sport Palais is the worst one I've ever experienced. Anyway, the concert was amazing. Really, the Antwerp show was the first show after not seeing Louis for over 1 year, and it was such an emotional roller coaster, especially seeing him again for the first time after not seeing him for a long time. I literally could start crying again. I don't know what I should say about the concert. See for yourself.
Baby, I don't need you to save me now. Don't take it personally, baby. I never meant to make you cry. I want you, I want you, I want you. I know that you're different. Just say I love you.
So after the concert, we went to the Airbnb again and tried to sleep. We all started to watch our concert videos, and all of us started crying, and we were like, okay, we need to stop this now. We can watch our videos on the drive back home, but we definitely need to sleep now. So we slept, and then we took the Flixbus at the next day again to Germany.
And remember, with a little rusties and an insane amount of luck, you too can look like me. Ka-chow.
And then we chilled at home, and we looked at the Instagram page of the Lanxess Arena, and they said that queuing is allowed 3 days before the concert, and the concert was on Tuesday. So in our heads, we didn't count Tuesday as a day because we were like, it's a concert day, and if when you say you are allowed to queue 3 days before the concert, we were like, okay, the first queuing day is Monday, the second queuing day is Sunday, and Saturday. So we thought Saturday is the first day you can get numbers. So we took the train and the bus at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. to drive to Cologne to the Lanxess Arena, so we can get numbers. But you couldn't get numbers. You could get numbers on Sundays. So every one of us got up at 3 a.m. for nothing. But then we drove to the Lanxess Arena again on Sunday, and we picked up our numbers, and we had the numbers, I think something was 70, so we knew that we are gonna be in the front again. But the thing is, which was, I don't want to say fucked up, because I get why they want to do it, like the group who organized the numbering system. But for example, the people who organized the numbering system in Cologne were the ones who organized the numbering system at the Harry Show in Düsseldorf. And we had 3 checkups at the Harry Show. Like, I think it was like 8 a.m., I don't know, 1 p.m. and 9 p.m. or something. But in Cologne for the Louis Show, we had 5 checkups. We had one at 7 a.m. or 7:30, at 11 a.m., then 2 p.m., I think, 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. And it was really, really cold. And because the first day you can get numbers was a Sunday, we couldn't get into any building. So we chilled from 7 in the morning to 9 p.m. in the evening at the central station. But like, it was not really a central station. It was just a regular station, I think. But the doors were open, so we were freezing the whole time. The other days were the same because of the checkups. We had the chance to drive home and drive back to the checkups. We needed to stay in Cologne and at the area where we did the checkups, and we chilled our life at the station and at McDonald's the completely 3 days before the concert. Like, we even slept at McDonald's for like 3 or 4 hours. We were 4 people and bought 1 cafe, and they didn't throw us out. I think they thought we were homeless, to be honest. But like, we bought a lot of stuff in the 3 days, so I think they were like, yeah, just gonna let them sleep here. I don't know what I should say about the queuing in Cologne. It was really hard because we needed to wake up so freaking early and we had no sleep. It was cold. The 5 checkups were so much, and we were exhausted, especially because we had just Antwerp behind us, and then we instantly went from Antwerp to Cologne, and it was just like so exhausting. And really, I'm so glad that the fucking trip is over. But I need to say, we have a lot of funny footage of the queuing again, so here's some footage of the Cologne queuing.
Die beste Stunde meines Lebens.
Boah, jetzt kommt aber hier. Aber tschüss, raus. Toll.
Anna, hau rein, ne? Ich wünsche dir noch einen schönen Abend, ne?
Schönes Leben. Aber der kommt.
Sag nicht dir, wie es ist. Mein Tauben. Guck mal, ich hol dich ab. Tesa Express. Warte, ich hab's gleich hin. Schau mal.
And yeah, then the concert day started, and it was kind of messy because they told us we need to arrive at 8 a.m. At the venue, and we did, and we started to get in line, but we stayed in this line for like 2 hours or something until the security came and took us to the official queue, and it kind of threw away our plan we made, because like we were like, okay, 8 a.m. we're gonna meet there, then we're gonna be like in the official queue at 8:30, 9 a.m. we're gonna eat something, we're gonna get ready, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this. But because of the delay, nothing happened like we wanted to. Teza and I almost didn't made it on time where we needed to be at the venue again. It was fun. But the concert was again such a magical experience because we were in the second row, and Cologne was the city where Teza and I saw Louis for the first time, so it was really special to see him again in Cologne, especially because we saw him in Cologne in Palladium with 4K capacity, and the Lanxess Arena has a capacity of 20,000, so I felt like a proud mom, like seeing the whole arena light up with the lights when Louis performed. The whole vibe was amazing. I know that there were an article about the concert, which was not positive, which made me... I was so mad about this article because the Louis Cologne show was one of my favorite shows I've ever went to, and it made me so mad to read the article because like you can have another opinion on music, you can say that you don't like his music, but like I don't know his name, but like he judged Louis for so much, and we're like, yeah, why is he still doing this when he could also have a good football career? And I was like, because he loves to do what he does. I don't want to talk about that. Anyways, I touched Louis. It's still a fever dream, if I'm being honest, and he saw my sign. This was the breaking point I had, because I had a sign. Wait. My sign had 2 sides. Like I had who needs to go to therapy when you can go to Louis show, because it's fucking true. And I had we are besties because of you, because Teza, aka my best friend, and I met because of Louis, and I hold it up a few times, and he never saw the sign. So at some point I was like, okay, we're just gonna put it away. He's not gonna see it. It's totally fine. And then Taylor was like, oh my god, he's literally in front of us. Hold up your sign. And I hold up my sign, and we're like, yeah, we are besties because of you. And he looked at me and started smiling, and Teza has a video of it, you're gonna see it later, and you can hear me screaming when I realized that he saw my sign, and that he started smiling because of my sign. And I had a completely mental breakdown. I started crying like I never cried before, together with Teza, because it was a sign about our friendship. And then Angels Fly started playing, and it was not a good combination with having a mental breakdown, because Louis Tomlinson looked at you and your sign and started smiling, and then Angels Fly starts playing. I don't know what I should say about that. And then during Silver Tongues, he jumped in front of our faces. We touched him. There is the most funniest footage I have in my entire photo gallery. Literally, when I look through all of my videos I have on my phone, this is the funniest one I have, because we are freaking out and we are screaming because we touched him. And my face, I sent my mom photos of Louis, like the photos I took when he was in front of my face, and my face after I touched him. And my mom was, I cannot remember where my mom was, but like she was with her boyfriend and his brother somewhere, I think because of a championship or something of card. Anyways, it doesn't matter. The boyfriend of my mom and his brother saw the photo, and when they got back from the championship, they told me that they saw the photo and that they just started laughing, and they were like, it's the funniest photo they ever saw in their life, because I looked so horrified, and I was not okay. I was totally not okay. So I'm gonna stop talking about the Cologne concert because you need to see footage of the concert.
Take it personally, baby. I don't need you to save me now. Don't take it personally, baby. I never meant to make you cry. Don't take it personally. And we both went wrong.
as you can see, we stayed after the concert, and we really hope that Louis is coming out, but like we were sure that he's not coming out because of how the arena is built, but at least he showed us thumbs up. So what do you want more? Berlin was not that of a stressful time because after the Cologne concert, Tess and I drove to her hometown and stayed there for a night, or like one night, and then we drove to Berlin for our last Louis show, and we wanted to do Party in the Back because in Antwerp and in Cologne we were in the top 5 rows every time. And when we saw Louis for the first time in Palladium, we were in the middle of everyone. And when we saw him at the Lucas of Festen last year in August, like we never partied in the back in general, but also never at a Louis concert. So we were like, okay, we're gonna party in the back so we don't need to queue again, because the original plan was they were gonna queue and camp for every 3 concerts, but like we threw this plan aboard and we're like, okay, 2 concerts are totally fine. I partied in the back for the first time in my life. It was an experience. I don't know if I like it. I'm just a bit, I mean, I know that I'm a bit girly, so I rather be in the back and party there than having seating tickets, because I hate seating tickets. I had 3 times in my life seating tickets, I think. At Harry Frankfurt, at my Louis Capaldi show, and at my Crow show. It's nothing for me. I need to be in the pit. I need to jump. I need to scream the lyrics with everyone around me. I just need the pit. I'm a front row girly. I never had barricade except from Harry Düsseldorf, but like I had Hollywood, so it was not that hard to get barricade. But like I'm almost every time in the top rows at a concert. And I don't know, I was made for it. And I don't know, it was definitely more exhausting to party in the back because like you had such a big space around you. So like you had more place to jump and to dance. And my feet started hurting during the first pre-act. I was done. I was like, okay, I don't have any air left in my lungs. I need to stop. I need to calm down. So yeah, I need to be in the middle of the pit. It was still such a cool experience to party in the back for the first time. And another friend of ours joined because Amy only had tickets for Berlin. And we went to our first Louis concert with Amy, so it was really magical to see Louis again in this combination. And the fun thing was that a security man came to us during Chicago, when I'm allowed to mention that. He was like, 1, 2, 3, do you want to be in the front? And we looked at us and we're like, and then he just took us to the front, and then we weren't in the last row, but like we were like in the trenches row or something. Of course, our view in Cologne and Antwerp were better because like we were really in the front, but like the change of our view was such a big difference, and it was so more fun more in the front because the people were really dancing there. And like we started doing a conga line, we did 3 mosh pits. We saw, Tess and I met some friends we made at our heavy shows. It was really fun to see them again because I knew that they're gonna be there, but like I forgot it at this time, and I just heard Lara, and I turned around, and then I saw I don't know, we met like 4 or 5 people we met at our heavy show for the first time, and it was so fun and so cool to see them again. And yeah, so here are some videos from the Berlin show.
talk about it. It won't make it worse.
The Face in the Future World Tour was such a magical and amazing and wonderful experience, and I'm so glad that I had the chance to experience that, especially 3 times in a row. I don't really know how to explain it, but like Louis is one of the most important people in my life, and I know it sounds so weird because like he doesn't know that I exist and he's just an artist, but like I couldn't tell you if I would still be here without him and without his music. So I'm so thankful for Louis and for the stuff he does. And his first world tour is always gonna be special because I saw him for the first time. It was his first world tour, and I love waltz, and it was so cool to almost hear every single waltz song live. But the Face in the Future world tour was just something different because like you had a couple of waltz songs still, but like the One Direction songs he chose to cover this time, and like to hear the Face in the Future songs, the fucking 505 cover. I'm really glad that the trip is over because it was so stressful, and I was really glad to have my bed again and to have proper sleep. But I really missed this time because at the same time it was so fun to drive around and to follow Louis around the world, or like at least in Germany and Belgium, and to see him in different cities. And I didn't know that I still get emotional. I waited this long to record this video because I was mentally not ready to talk about this tour. And you can see I'm still not really ready to talk about this tour. I don't know what more I should say. This tour is always gonna be so special to me. And like I already said, I'm so thankful to have the chance to see him not once, but like 3 times. And I'm so thankful for the things I experienced, for the friends I made because of Louis in general, and especially on this tour again. And it was literally this trip and these 3 concerts were one of my absolute highlights in 2023. And I still know how excited I got when I got tickets for this tour, because when I got the tickets for his first world tour, I was a fan, yeah, but not that of a big fan I am now. And a friend of mine got tickets, and I asked her if I can get her a second ticket, and she was like, yeah, of course, why not? But this time I got my tickets by myself, and I have a video how I instantly started crying when I got the tickets for the Cologne show, because I bought the Cologne tickets. No, wait, it was Berlin. I bought Berlin tickets. Or Cologne? I don't know. Anyways, I instantly started crying when I bought the tickets, and you sadly cannot hear anything because I was on a phone call with Amy. She was in school at this time, and I was at home because I had a free day, and she wanted to know if I get tickets or not for the Berlin show, and so you cannot hear anything on the video, but like you can see my tears and you can see how relieved I am that I got a ticket. So this was my Face in the Future experience, review, whatever you wanted to call. I hope you like it. I know it is different than my other concert vlogs, but like I said, it was definitely too stressful to vlog anything for me. I hope you liked this video and we see us in my next video. Bye!